curries. I don't care what kind of curry, whether an Indian curry or a Thai curry or a Japanese one. I don't mind. This is a Huey curry, and it's a vegetable one, which I always like. I really do think they make great vegetarian dishes. So, some veggie oil into my wok, and what I've got to go in there is some julienne of ginger. Nice big hunk, you can grate it if you like. 1 onion which I've sliced reasonably, or chopped reasonably finely. A couple of cloves of garlic, that's about it. And we're just going to cook that briefly, just to get the cooking process started. This does have quite a few different ingredients in, but none of them are too complicated. I love simplicity. And what I've got here is a couple of sweet potatoes, which I'm going to just chop up. I want decent hunks, because sweet potato does tend to collapse a bit, doesn't it? So if you've got, sort of fine dice, to me it doesn't work. So you see what I mean about a decent hunk. So to that we then add half a can of coconut cream, half a can of diced tomatoes, about half a cup of veggie stock, and of course some red curry paste. Now you can, if you like, toast the red curry paste, but I find it's not absolutely necessary when it's the bought one. If you were making your own curry paste, I would toast it before I added the liquid. Alright, just mix it in well. We can always add a bit more later if we need to. Mostly need some salt. Alright, we'll cook that for about 10 minutes. Right, next what we're going to do is throw in our sweet potato. And to that I then add some lime juice. I only need a half maybe. Depends how juicy the limes are. They're pretty good at the moment. There you are, that's pretty juicy. We can always add a bit more later. Kaffir lime leaves, you can buy those in your greengrocer these days. I've got 4 which I've just torn. I've also got some lemongrass. Always remember, just when you're doing lemongrass, what you do is you bang it with your knife so that it gets rid of the core, which can be a bit inedible. Then, fish sauce. Love this stuff. I know it doesn't smell a hell of a lot. When we were in Thailand years ago with Huey's Cooking Adventures, we went to a fish sauce factory. And I reckon it took 6 weeks to get the smell out of our clothes. Fortunately, when you cook it, that smell dissipates, but it was pretty bloody strong. It really was. Anyway, fish sauce in there. If you're a vegetarian, don't add it. Alright guys, simmer that until the sweet potato's ready. I'll just have a little taste of that sauce to see how I'm going. See if I need any addition. You can always add a bit more stock or water. Oh, that's good. Yes, that is good. Alright guys, I have added a little bit more vegetable stock to this. I'm just going to have a taste and see how I've gone. I've gone well. You of course could do other veggies, and I've made a pretty similar one where I've added some really nice green beans into it. So it's up to you guys. Eggplant goes well. Alright, that's looking good. Nice sprig of coriander. Look, you can put some chopped coriander in if you like. But if I can find a really nice sprig, I think it'd be nice. And to go with it now, coarse beer would go well with this, but also a Sauvignon Blanc, but an Australian Sauvignon Blanc, not a New Zealand one. And the reason I'm saying that, I'm not being nasty about my home country. Been here 50 years, I'm not much of a Kiwi anymore. But I do find them a bit grassy, and an Australian Sauvignon Blanc is more like the Sancerre of France. Alright guys, there we go. Pretty simple, tasty, good vegetarian dish. Guys, to show your support for my channel and to keep in the loop, subscribe. It's easy to do, and don't forget, it's free. Okay, cheers.